Chairman, I guess the first thing I'd like to know is what is before us. We have the EIR before us.
Yes, it did. And correct me if I'm wrong, staff. At this point, we just had the Phase 2 EIR bid. That's what's before this board at this time.
And two motions introduced.
Yeah, and we have two motions as well.
So, did either of the motions get a second?
No, they did not. Not it.
So, if they didn't, then they're not before us. But I will nevertheless want to address them. I think it deserves to be addressed. Then I
don't think we ever asked for a second before we.
Absolutely.
Well, then let me hear where Mr. Yaroslavsky is going on this, and then I'm sure there's a way we can accommodate. So let's let him complete.
Anyway, first of all, I think it's appropriate to thank the members of the public on both, actually on all sides who came down here today. I don't think there's much that needs to be said because I think everybody articulated their point of view extremely well, and it's well inculcated into our psyche after all these hours. In all the pages, many of these arguments, almost all of them, have been made in the draft EIR comments and other communications. And I think they have made their points of view well known, effectively well known. Secondly, we need to make a decision. The time has come to make a decision to move forward or not to move forward. This meeting today was not called yesterday. This meeting is the culmination of years of work, millions, tens of millions of dollars of preparation to get to this point where we could make a decision on moving forward and build a light rail line that would serve the western part of Los Angeles County and the west side of Los Angeles. Every other part of Los Angeles has been served by mass public transportation. The San Gabriel Valley in Pasadena has, the San Fernando Valley has, Hollywood has, downtown certainly has, South Los Angeles has two lines, the blue line and the green line, and a Crenshaw line that is in the process of being designed and planned. The only area of Los Angeles County that does not have the benefit of mass public transportation for a variety of reasons is the west side of Los Angeles. This is a project that has been in the works for a long time. To delay it is to kill it. And I'm not describing that as a motive of any of the people who have argued for that, but to delay it is to kill it. To build an underground line under Overland and Westwood because of the floodplain, I think your documentation has shown this, would cost upwards of $250 million just for that half-a-mile stretch. On top of which, under the environmental impact report, the draft and the final environmental impact report particularly, has identified that we can mitigate that traffic. There were statements made, or that grade crossings, those two grade crossings. There were statements made that every 5 minutes, 2.5 minutes would be, the trains would be going across Overland and Westwood 2.5 out of every 5 minutes. That is not the case. There are trains coming through every 2.5 minutes if you count both directions, but they don't take 2.5 minutes to get to the intersection. So it's a fraction of that, and I think we ought to make that clear. This is, in fact, and I talked to Mr. Polykratis earlier this afternoon and previously, that if you put a traffic signal at exposition in Overland or exposition in Westwood, you say, Steve, sorry, I think it would be instructive, which would create more of a time lag, the traffic signal or the rail grade crossing?
Director, if it was a simple standard traffic signal with, say, a 60-minute period, you could expect red time on your major streets, say Westwood Boulevard, of about 24 minutes, and green time about 36. They're usually about 60-40. Comparatively, if with the light rail, if we did run on the 5-minute headways, which was our assumption, which is the most frequent it could run, it would total 16 minutes in an hour. before. If it was a 6-minute headway, a little less frequently, 13 minutes.
So there's no question that there's a stoppage, but it's less of an impact than a standard traffic signal in the city of Los Angeles would have. There are, Mr. Chairman, there are at-grade light rail projects all over the world, and not only all over the world, but all over the United States, all over the state of California, and even some in Los Angeles County. There are light rail projects that go at grade in the Salt Lake City, that go right through the heart of the University of Utah campus. There are lines the light rail line in the inner Sunset in San Francisco that goes through some of the toniest neighborhoods of San Francisco at grade. There are lines, at grade lines in Sacramento that you're well aware of, Mr. Chairman, and in Portland, Oregon. These are the ones that I've seen and I've visited over my lifetime. This is not rocket science. This is not an idea and technology that was born yesterday. One of the reasons I authored the measure back in 1998 to prevent the use of sales tax for subways is that everybody wanted subway everywhere. And if you want, and we'd all like to do everything. We'd like to underground all of our utilities, power lines, telephone lines, trains, cars, the gentleman said kind of tongue-in-cheek, everything underground. But we can't do that. It's not practical from a financial point of view, and it's not necessary from an environmental point of view. And especially in a city in a county like Los Angeles, which is not Paris, and it's not London, and it's not New York. It doesn't have the density of those cities. This is the region that invented the word suburban. And this neighborhood that we've been talking about mostly today, although this is not the only neighborhood that is served by this or impacted by this line, is a suburb. It may not feel like a suburb, but it's historically a suburb. And we can't serve every suburb, whether it's in the San Fernando Valley or in the San Gabriel Valley or anywhere else, with ridership of 8, 9, 10,000 people on a line with the subway that costs $400 or $500 million a mile to build. And so we have to be disciplined and we have to make difficult decisions. And this is a difficult decision. Many of the people in this audience on both sides I've known for many years. And I've represented some of them for many years. And it doesn't please me to be on the opposite side of some of my friends. But this is where we are today. We have to make a decision to move forward, and that's what I'm arguing and asking this board to do. We ought to approve the final EIR. The threats of lawsuit have been quite open, and I'm sure we fully expect it. I want to commend our legal team, and I want to commend the Expo team itself and our consultants for doing a very creditable job on this, and especially in its outreach to the community. And just because the final decision or final recommendation for the staff does not comport with the opinions of some people, doesn't mean that it wasn't done in good faith. I know it was done in good faith because I worked to get it done in good faith. And I sent you folks out time and again at night, well into the night, whether it was to a neighborhood workshop in Cheviot Hills or Beverlywood, or whether it was at the Santa Monica City Council till 12, 1 o'clock in the morning. These folks have worked very hard, and you've done an excellent job. And it doesn't mean everybody's going to agree with you, but you've done an excellent job, and I think you deserve to be commended. I want to take an opportunity, if I can, when I mention Santa Monica, to recognize or make a reference to the late mayor of Santa Monica, Ken Genser. In one of the meetings that you guys had with the city council over the issue of the maintenance facility, which was a very touchy and sensitive issue, and controversial issue, I watched the meeting that, one of the meetings that you testified at on live stream on my computer. I'm very proud that I was able to get it to work, and watched you guys well into the wee hours of the night. And Mayor Genser, who was chairing that meeting, I thought did an outstanding job